This is my response to the Piers, Oregon uh, ratings circus that he's been having, and all these, you know, people he gets on there, and he's trying to do the same thing to all of them. What he's trying to do is get them to say a sound bite that he can use to make a commercial, so he can sell some more of his blarney, of his British blarney, because to get them to say everybody should have a tank, to get them to say everybody should have an assault weapon, is like his mom. It's the same question. He repeats it over and over and over and over again. And yeah, okay, score one for Piers Dorgan. He got Alex Jones, the monkey, to come and pee on the carpet over there. Congratulations. But everybody else has been handing Piers his ass. And the two girls, or those two ladies that were on, just mopped the floor with him. Um, but I did want to add, and the one lady, she did say, yeah, everybody should have the tank. But I did want to add that that's the exact reason for the Second Amendment. See, Piers Morgan thinks he's somehow smarter, more wise than our founding fathers. They're so old, long, outdated because I have a cell phone. I'm a genius, right? And this guy couldn't figure out how to tie his shoes. But he's wiser than the founding fathers, and this is the reason that the Second Amendment is written the way it is. It's exactly the fact that the Second Amendment gives us, the people, the right to have a tank. Any weapon that the military develops, the people are supposed to have. That way, the military, which is illegal, a standing army is illegal. We weren't supposed to have a standing army that sits around and figures out new toys to make with all of our tax money. See, if everybody was supposed to get an F-16, they wouldn't make them. Then if they didn't make them, you wouldn't have all the weapons to go bully people around the world and start all these wars of aggression to steal resources. You see, you'd actually have to be good business people and treat people fairly and pay for your stuff and have a proper economy. That's what would happen. But because we've been criminals for so long, people like Piers Dorgan, they think they can come on here and call people who want to fix this crime crazy. We're crazy because we want to adhere to our Constitution of our country. How how is it not sedition that a foreigner is here on our airwaves, calling for basically an overthrow of one of our founding principles? You could say it's an overthrow of the government because that is part of the government. Constitution, and that's what keeps the government in check. He's usurping. He's seditious. It's crime. But somehow it's overlooked because he pretends to be a journalist. A journalist. The dude is a criminal. He was a criminal in Great Britain. He is a hacker and a hack. But now he's over here puking on us. Well, here's the thing. The founding fathers uh, uh, make 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 Pierce Organ look like Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder, right? Make my eyes rain. He's an idiot. And for him to have the audacity to think he knows better than the men who made our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence, formed our government, I just don't even know what to say to that. So, hey, here's an idea. Let's adhere to the Constitution. Let's adhere to the Second Amendment. Let's disarm the military. Let's get rid of the jets and the aircraft carriers and all the offensive assault weapons. And let's stop invading poor people and stealing from them. And let's go back to. And here's the thing, okay? We keep the satellites. We keep the nukes. We keep long-range reconnaissance aircraft, and the other $2 trillion. You know, we could spend 1% on that and have an indefensible anti-aircraft, anti-missile batteries placed in everybody's neighborhoods. Everywhere you go, everywhere there's a Walmart or Starbucks, there's an anti-aircraft missile battery. And you show up and you learn how to man it, and you're part of a well-regulated militia, and you start to develop community bonds with the people around you. You know everybody. You're not going to go shoot up a Burger King full of your community members that are in the militia with you. It just doesn't happen. Cowardly, frightened, desperate, crazy people shoot up innocents. Okay? They do that because they don't know anybody, because they're all lost in their Prozac and their video and their computer world, all in their afraid of what's outside. Oh my God! And who's scaring them? Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan scares everybody so that they hide and they freak out, and pretty soon and they run around and shoot up the people who know their neighbors, people who respect their neighbors, people who are in activities with their neighbors. Don't go killing their neighbors. See, that's why communities used to have dances and block parties. It wasn't because we were hokey. It was so people would know each other and they wouldn't kill each other. You should try it. But of course, Piers Morgan wants to call us stupid and hicks and backwards because we want to. We don't. He doesn't want to have zero gun violence, and yet he wants to have 2,000 violent crimes per 100,000 people. The United States has about 400, 5 times the amount uh, uh, Great Britain has of violent crimes. He thinks it's better because you live as a paraplegic, and somebody has to feed you with a straw, and you've got a caved-in head from the tire iron. But he thinks it's great that you lived. Yeah, yeah. How about shoot me in the head after I survived the beating of the drunken British thugs? But anyway, that's my rant about the Second Amendment. That's what it means. Yes, I'm supposed to have a fucking tank.